G'day lads, today we're down at Lawn Addicts with these two lads and we're going to run you through a bit of a shop tour. Let's get into it.
Start it up.
Alright, so obviously today we're down at Lawn Addicts in Geelong here, and these are the two guys behind the business. So over to Ryan and Dave. Introduce yourself, guys.
I'm Ryan.
I'm David.
The sidekick.
Yeah.
Is that man? I'm Robin.
Yep.
Yeah. So obviously you're pretty new to sort of the Lawn Addicts game. So you obviously started your business. How long ago did you start your business?
We were online probably for the last maybe 3 years.
3 years.
Started out as more of a hobby business.
Yeah.
It was only ever going to be a hobby business at the point. It was really just something to help offset probably, I suppose, my own addiction at the time, I suppose, and pay for the cost of it.
Yeah.
But it started with me just selling a bit of gear locally. It wasn't about money as such. It was more so just trying to get some. I started at the time. It was Geelong Lawn Addicts. Getting messages. They wanted to use what I was using, and then they wanted to jump on board. And it got to the stage where it was just getting too much traction. So we could justify having a website. So the website come on board, and the website continued to grow. Now it's got the stage where with COVID coming along, everyone's at home now, or they were at home. They started we had enough justification to start getting a local shop. So
It's taken off from there, hasn't it?
it's taken off from here.
Yeah, you've really got a great store here. So look around, guys. You know, there's heaps of products here. You've got the knowledge, the guys to speak to. You can't get this anywhere else, I think, in Australia. So we're super lucky down here in Victoria to have a business like this. So yeah, do come down and support them. So if you want to just take us through some of your range, maybe your granular range, and maybe your liquid range, and just show us some of your key products and maybe what we should be using going into winter and preparing the lawns for winter. So
Yeah. What do you think, Dave?
Yeah, look, the best thing about getting the best prep for winter is getting the potassium levels up in your turf and in your soil. The potassium creates the vigour, the resilience of the plant to sort of help it through dormancy. Wherever you are in Victoria, help that frost damage recovery as well. And more of getting the balanced fertilisers in with the extra potassium equivalent of the nitrogen now would be beneficial. You've still got a bit of the growing season left, so and the nitrogen in the plant now is still a must, but that extra potassium will aid in getting that winter prep ready, whether that's the granular through the endurance or the complex. Sort of higher cut lawns, you'd be going the endurance, and then the lower cut with the mini prill, you'd be looking at the complex, and then obviously coinciding with the Furtec Phosphider, that the low nitrogen, high phosphorus, high potassium fertilizers is what you'd be wanting to get in the ground now.
Yeah. So you sell that obviously in a couple of different sizes. So you sell it as much as or your liquid range from 1 litre to 2.5 to 4, but then you also go up to your 20 litre, and your granulars, you've got your 20 kilos all the way down to your 4 kilos. So
we're trying to cater for all style, all kinds of lawns, all sizes. The main thing that we really wanted to try and promote is to start fertilising according to your seasons. So that was one of the reasons, because we're finding time and time again, people are buying a 20 kilo bag of fert, and they're fertilising with that fertiliser throughout the whole year, and it's not the best way of doing it. So
I think a lot of people have the misconception that nitrogen is all you need when you don't say nitrogen.
Often it's the last thing you need. So,
that's right.
And this time of year, like Dave was saying, with getting our potassium levels up in the soil, we need to make sure that we're putting our best foot forward. Especially down this way, the most important season that we regard is probably autumn, because how you go through autumn and the preparation work you put in autumn will determine how well you go through your winter and then into your spring. And so hopefully when spring comes, your lawn jumps and you're into it. So
beautiful.
The great thing about Lawn Addicts is they have a whole bunch of these different bundles here, ranging from some novice things to more specific bundles. So Yock, are you going to take us through a couple of those?
So we've targeted a few different times of year with our bundles. We should be probably starting to look at. We've still got a bit of growing season back left, what Dave was saying, so we still can be using some special effects. But when the weather starts dropping off a little bit cooler down this way, we've got another bundle called the Street Fighter bundle. The Street Fighter bundle is a higher potassium analysis bundle. So we've got the endurance is one option for that, and we also do it in a mini version, which is a complex version, which is really good. The Phosphider is almost like a fungicide in its own right. The type of phosphorus in it is actually a registered fungicide in some other products. So it's very efficient in managing disease and making sure that you've got good vigour in your lawn through the cooler season. So that's one of the reasons why we decided to have that bundle, and it's quite popular this time of year.
So apart from the Phosphider that Ryan has just mentioned, some other great products prepping for winter is obviously the Furtec Cope. Great to mix in with your special effects if you're still doing foliar applications with the high analysis potassium. Again, will help with that the plant vigour, plant health, reduce the dormancy window, reduce the frost damage. But then also with the Furtec Bio, with the plant growth hormones in it, especially the triacontanol. Now you'll notice the sun starts to have its different pattern, different shade. Areas are appearing in the lawn which are bigger than usual. So the triacontanol in that effectively replaces the sun in the photosynthetic process. So then great product for shady areas, promoting growth in the shade. You tend to get those sort of long leggy growth in the shade as opposed to the dense lateral movement. So this, in that instance, really helps to promote that lateral growth and the health and vigour in those shady areas.
Yeah, all right. So this time of year, we probably should be late summer, early March, especially down this way. We should be probably looking at putting out pre-emergence. The pre-emergent that we use commonly down here is Barricade Proteamine. It gives us a good 5 to 6 months of residue. So normally I would suggest to put it out now, early March, and then you go again, say late July, early August, and that day you're going to get your full year's worth of protection. So that later application in winter is going to give us that protection going through summer. Barricade is primarily just for warm season grasses. I do know some people have put it on fescues with good results with minimal impact. Ryegrass, you do have to be a little bit careful because there is still some root pruning properties to it. Barricade is probably one of the more gentle on the roots than some of the others, some like Embargo and that. But generally if someone comes in and want a dedicated pre-emergent for their cool season grass, I would normally get them onto something along the lines of Pendipro, which is a pendimethalin product, which is a lot safer. Another one is Dithiomax, which is another combination fertiliser pre-emergent. So so we have options for cool and warm season grasses. So yeah, it's important that we know our lawns before we before we decided we put Pre-Emergents down. But definitely,
Warm season, that's the way to go.
warm season, this is definitely the way to go. And if you haven't got into Pre-Emergents before, get around it because it makes life a lot easier.
G'day lads,
G'day.
back at home. Here's the damage for today. So I've basically stocked up on everything, so all of this is mine, but then James is taking, so we've gone Harvey's on the barricade, which is there at the end, Harvey's of the UMX, which is here, is that it? Oh, and Harvey's of the complex as well. So we're going to split that bag, split this bottle and split the barricade, so my wife might not see too much damage to the bank account, because there was some significant damage today.
Yeah, so guys, with this sort of stuff, it is worthwhile. If you've got a mate that is into your lawn, or go to Harvey's, split it. It makes sense. This is 200. Sorry, whoopsies. That's $225 a bottle for 1 litre, but you only put them down 30 mil per 100 square metres, and that lasts 6 months. So same as Primo Max and those sort of products. Split it with a mate. It doesn't hurt the pocket as much. So
yeah. So that's what we've done. All of these products here are basically set to go, and you can use these all year round. So I'm going to be using those, all of these, throughout winter as well. Obviously with the complex, that's just going to be specifically for your winter months, especially like leading up straight at that winter.
And your Phos Fighter, guys.
And Phos Fighter as well. Upcoming videos is obviously we're going to have some content all about how to best prep for winter dormancy, and especially this autumn time that we've just hit. So we're going to be putting down pre-emergence and all that sort of stuff. So we had a chat with Ryan off camera. As you would know, my lawn's only about 2 months old. He said the barricade is all set to go. I can safely use that on my lawn as well. So
just make sure you got your root system's obviously deeper than 30 centimetres. Special
shout out again to Ryan and David for letting us come in and film today. They're just so good. They know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what they're talking about, which is really good. So if you are in Victoria and you can drive there, I suggest, and we both suggest, go there for a drive. You can have a chat with them.
They'll point you in the right direction.
They will point you in the right direction. They're on the ball straight away. Yeah. We saw it firsthand today. So we're in there, we were only filming when it was suitable, when they didn't have customers. But as soon as the customer's in there, they're on them straight away. Yeah. They're pinpointing whatever they need, and they're pointing them in the right direction. So they definitely know what they're doing. They know what they're talking about. So that's why obviously we're happy to, support them and obviously get the great products that they have, and we fully endorse them.
Yeah.
We're not sponsored by any means. Like, I can show you my bank account. We're not sponsored.
It's a big hit to the wallet.
It's a big hit to the wallet, but it's a good hit, and can't recommend these products anymore. Can't recommend their service, because you can happily pay for their service any day of the week. So yeah, thanks again fellas, we really appreciate it, and we learnt a lot just from the conversations we were having today.
And every other time.
Yeah, and every other time.
And just another thing, just wanted to say to all the Queenslanders and people from New South Wales up there that are suffering through the floods at the moment, our hearts with you guys. We hope you're all doing okay. I know it's probably one of the most difficult times in your life. So yeah, our hearts out to you guys, and yeah, we feel obviously we feel terrible at the moment what's going on, and I hope you guys are back up and your lawn's looking great soon.
That's it for this week's video. Please go and check out that shop if you can, or you can buy online. We'll put their link in the description down below. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments, and we can point you in the right direction with those answers as well. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Please like the video, please subscribe, and we'll see you next week's video. Probably putting down some of this winter prep.
Yeah. Cheers lads.